finally, I've solved a big problem for myself. Hey, Guitar Fam and friends, welcome to this video where we're just going to do a little comparison between the Tonex pedal and the HX Stomp. Quick story, about a month ago I got my wife Chelsea a Tonex pedal because the HX Stomp that she had was just a little bit too complicated for her, so she was like not messing with it. So she just wanted something where she could get a tone, set it and forget it. And it ended up sounding really good. I had some ulterior motives. I wanted to hear what it sounded like for myself because I've always wanted a Kemper, you know, that has the kind of AI profiling technology in it. But I just could not justify spending $2,000 on a piece of gear that goes direct, you know, for recording. So I just never did it. And when I saw this come out, it's kind of the same technology. And for the price, we'll get into that more later, but I was like, yes, absolutely. So I got Chelsea one, and then as soon as I played hers, it's like I immediately went out and got one for myself too. And now, before we get into the sound samples, let me just let you know that I'm not affiliated with either of these companies. I buy both of these pieces of gear with my own money. And the sound samples that you're gonna hear are just from video clips taken from previous lessons that I did, because I just go direct into my Universal Audio Apollo interface, and then I'm going to use the plug-in versions of Tonex and HX Stomp, which is Helix native. I have the hardware version of both of the pedals too, and they sound the exact same. So that's what you're going to be hearing. And as far as the effects, I'm using the HX Stomp or the Helix native for all of the effects, so that's a level playing field too. Here's the first sound sample. Now, I don't know about you, but when I listened back to those and I was editing this, I didn't hear a difference in the quality of sound. Yes, they're a little bit different. I tried to match the models up as exact same as possible, as close as I could on the speaker cab. I know there's going to be some difference there, but I try to make them as close as possible and tweak them to sound the same using the same amps. But the quality is there for both, so I don't think it's a matter of quality. It's more a matter of character and what you like and what your workflow is or what you prefer the feel of. And that gets me into the benefits of the Tonex pedal that I see versus the benefits of the HX Stomp. Now, the first thing you're going to see for the Tonex pedal is the price. It's a lot cheaper. I think I got mine for 400 bucks Canadian on sale. It's normally 500 Canadian or 400 US. That's really inexpensive, but it doesn't come with all the bells and whistles that a HX Stomp does. But it is a lot cheaper. So if you're looking for something inexpensive just to get some good basic tones out of, it's a good option for that. The second big advantage to the Tonex that I have found is this. And let me start off by saying this. I've been in the Line 6 ecosystem for a long time, since probably 2000 when the first pod came out. My band and I were doing a little demo, and we went in there. I had a 5150 half stack, and the producer said, "You got to check this out, it sounds great." And at that time it did sound really great, and I went out immediately bought one. But I've had some kind of Line 6 thing ever since then. But with the HX Stomp and the Helix and all that stuff, I had a big Helix, and then I downgraded to a Helix LT, and then I downgraded to an HX Stomp because there was so many options on it. I kind of got paralysis of analysis on it. And so the HX Stomp helped with that. But there was always something missing with the feel of it. It sounded great. All the options were there. All the effects were great. All the inputs and outputs are really awesome for my daily workflow. But something with the feel always just wasn't right. And as soon as I plugged into the Tonex pedal, that was gone. I just plugged right into it, and the feel was exactly what I wanted. And that's a big deal for me, because if something doesn't feel right, but it sounds good, it's really tough for me to want to go plug it in. The third advantage of the Tonex pedal for me is time. Whenever I plug in my HX Stomp or Helix Native, I always have to tinker around for a while, to get a half hour before I get a tone that I'm satisfied with, especially when I do these videos of these cover songs where I'm constantly changing tones and trying to match what was in the original recording, right? So, and being a parent of a 2-year-old, where I have to create courses for the Guitar Fam website, keep up with the community, do YouTube videos, all that stuff, my time's pretty valuable. So just being able to plug in to the Tonex pedal, download whatever model I want right from the website, and have it be like, oh, I don't have to tweak anything. All I have to do is maybe adjust the bass or the treble for whatever guitar I'm playing. That's a big deal. And so that's another really big advantage of the Tonex pedal for me. Okay, here are the two main advantages I see for the HX Stomp. Number one, it does everything. If you don't want to fiddle around with extra pedals or multiple pedals or anything like that, you just want something that does it all and it sounds awesome, HX Stomp does it. It does amps, distortion pedals, drive pedals, fuzz pedals, time-based reverb, delay, all that kind of stuff. The ins and out on it are great. It's an audio interface so you can record it to your computer, has a looper on it. It does everything. The second thing that I like about the HX Stomp is the convenience or the portability of it. If I'm in a situation like a fly gig with my wife Chelsea or something, if we're playing and I'm playing bass or electric guitar or something like that, and I can only bring a backpack and a gig bag, I'm gonna reach for that HX Stomp every time because it does, again, it does everything I need and it's very small. So that's the second really valuable thing to me as far as the HX Stomp goes. I know a lot of people on YouTube are using the Tonex in conjunction with other multi-effects processors. The HX Stomp, for example, they'll put the Tonex in an effects loop in it so they can do drive pedals before in the HX Stomp and then time-based effects after. One thing that this has allowed me to do is bust my drive pedals back out because I love having actual drive pedals on my board so I can just reach down and turn them on and off or mix and match them with different gain staging and things like that. So I run into my drive pedals, then into the Tonex pedal, and then I come out of the Tonex into the HX Stomp, and I'm only using HX Stomp, everything you hear in this video, only using HX Stomp for the time-based effects like delay, reverb, if there's any chorus or anything like that. And I have my looper on there too, but I come out of that either USB or the left and right out of the HX Stomp stereo. So it still gets a nice lush sound. And if I wanted to, I could, again, put it like most everybody else is using this, put the Tonex inside the loop of the HX Stomp. That way if I want a smaller pedal board, I can ditch my drive pedals, have the Tonex in the HX Stomp loop, drive pedals before, a couple time-based effects after. And then you have a super small, really powerful, really versatile, small rig that does just about everything. And one of the things I found the most fun about the Tonex pedal is the tone.net website. And just the way you could just pop on there, find a tone that you like, download it, and you're good to go. So I know everybody's personal preference is to probably have a tube amp cranked in the room with them just blasting them in the face, right? There's nothing better than that, but I don't have the resources, the ability to record a cranked amp. I have to go direct, and we've never lived in a better time with all the resources that we have of that. Things like Kemper, the Tonex, Neural Amp Modeler, the Quad Cortex stuff, those are all fantastic options. So let me know in the comments below how you're using your Tonex pedal, if you have one, or your HX Stomp, and what other pieces of gear are you using that you're just super hyped about that you think the rest of the community should know about. Okay, that's it for this video. If you haven't yet, make sure to go over to guitarfam.com and create a complimentary account. You can get access to the first module of all of our premium courses. When you sign up, we'll be looking forward to seeing you there. Bye.